Star Wars was a key part of a lot of people's childhoods, and it was definitely a key part of mine. I grew up watching the Clone Wars and the movies, and even playing some of the games, which we're going to talk about that in this video. So I'm sure, like me, a lot of you out there consumed a lot of Star Wars media, and as society does whenever something is profitable, we're going to milk it as heavily as we can. If you consumed a lot of Star Wars media, you'll know that there was a game published called Battlefront in around 2004 and Battlefront 2 in 2005. Now, these games back then were fucking crazy. I mean, they were this was insane back in the day. And so I spent a large portion of my childhood playing Battlefront and then asking my older brother if I could play Battlefront and asking for the controller. Occasionally asking to play Dead Rising as well, but apparently it's too scary. Frank West is my dog. Now looking back on it, I have a lot of fond memories for this game, and it was a lot of fun playing on the different environments and a lot of the different troopers and just all of the different classes that you had, and for the time, this was a lot of content. Now, of course, I'm sure a lot of you have recently seen that there was a release of a collection called the Battlefront Collection this year, and they were charging $35 for it. So, me being a gamer, I want to try it out. This was against my better judgment, of course, because if we're being honest, you should not charge $35 for both these games. Now, I'm playing it, holy shit, was I right? How did this happen? I was baffled by how bad this was on launch day. Like, it was... Oh. I don't know how we decided, like, as a community, that shit like this was okay to publish. Obviously, we did at some point, otherwise they would not publish a game in the state. I really think it started with Rust, because holy shit, how did a game of that quality get to here as it is now? If you play Rust, please go talk to your mom. She's worried sick about your mental health. But this collection, and both games included, is broken as shit. The lag and the desync is unfathomably bad. It's grown better now because there's a lot less players on it, so less stress across the servers. But on launch day, whenever there was 7,000 people playing this game, it was so abysmal and terrible. The textures didn't load half of the time. It was just awful. And of course, whenever I tried to play the game and I spent, $35 on it, and I go to check the server search, for some reason they make it to where all of the full servers don't show up. So I was under the impression that there was 6 people playing at the time, and I could not find a full game for the life of me, even whenever I went for a quick game. And it put me in a lobby by myself with heroes and villains, NPCs, and they would stop and hunt me whenever I died. It's solely waiting for me to respawn. So that was my first day of playing, and I got off. However, I played some more, and as of right now, the multiplayer really isn't that bad. It is definitely not perfect, and there's still lag, and they've released statements about it, but holy shit, that still does not excuse whatever this was on launch day. I don't care how justifiable launch day is now. You can't just be like, oh, it's launch day, it's expected to be rough. Don't give that to them. What? Now, this game is fun sometimes, whenever it does work, but it's also fun sometimes for the completely wrong reasons. Similarly, of watching your friend do dumb shit and get hurt is fun. It doesn't benefit anyone. It's just funny to look at. Probably one of the most baffling things about this entire situation is the fact that the original 2 Battlefront games put together is around like 6 or 7 gigabytes, and somehow Asper has managed to take both of that and turn it into a 60, 70 gigabyte game. I don't know where those 50 or 60 gigabytes is coming from. No one knows. Maybe you should compress your files a little bit better, please, because holy shit. To put it into perspective, Dragon's Dogma 2 and Suicide Squad is around the same the same size, which those 2 games are also not doing the greatest right now. The point still stands. This should not be equivalent to the same size as this. That's crazy. It's really just kind of sad watching something that affected so many people's childhood with fond memories, which should be an easy remake and an easy thing to do, be turned into this kind of cash grab that is $35 and does not work properly. Just has lost basically almost all of its player base by this point, having around 800 players from the original 10,000 that it had. It's just sad. Basically, don't buy this fucking game. It's rough. Just go play the original one on like your Xbox 360, and it's sad that this is the only way that you can really play with your friends because the connection never really works, and the clips that you've seen are awful. And quite frankly, I have no idea how this went through the entire process of game design, and no one was like, hey guys, hear me out. Maybe we shouldn't. Just go play Battlefront 2 from 2017. That game was way better, even though the live service was canceled, and now they're confirming that they're not going to do any more content or DLC drops, which is like, that fucking sucks. But go play that instead. My name is Cam Brody. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and please subscribe. There's a lot more videos coming soon. My computer didn't work for 2 weeks, so I'm sorry. I tried.